Regret is a quiet visitor, slipping into our hearts in the still of the night, whispering questions that have no answers. What if I had chosen differently? What if I had held my tongue instead of speaking in anger? What if I had been braver, more patient, more understanding? But life is not a story we can rewrite. There are no alternate endings, no reset buttons. The moments that define us are like ink on paper, permanent, unerasable. And that realization is both the weight we carry and the lesson we must embrace. This truth is something I have witnessed unfold within my own family, a reality shaped by choices that could have led down entirely different paths. My father often speaks of his past, his voice laced with longing, not just for what was lost, but for what might have been. Many years ago, he made a decision that altered the course of all our lives. Believing he was securing a better future, he left, moving to another city, another state, chasing work and opportunity, believing that more money would mean a better life for us. But in doing so, he left behind more than just a home. He left my mother. He left his children. I remember only seeing him once or twice a year. 1 year turned into 3, then 5, then 10. He missed my graduation, my sister's wedding, so many moments that made up a family's life. The distance stretched between us, love faded into absence, and in the end, my mother made the painful decision to leave him. Their marriage, once full of promise, unraveled into a story of what-ifs. Even now, though he has remarried, I can see it in his eyes, hear it in his voice. He still longs for my mother. In quiet moments, he speaks to me of the past, his thoughts circling the same unanswerable question. If he had stayed, if he had chosen differently, would he still wake to the warmth of a family intact? Would our home still echo with laughter instead of silence? He carries that question like a shadow, not just in regret, but in the silent contemplation of the roads he did not take, the life he might have lived, and the love that slipped through his fingers. Time grants no second chances, no rewrites of the past. But in his reflection, in the weight of his words, there is more than sorrow. There is a lesson, a quiet plea for me to understand. Our choices shape not just where we go, but who we become. I once believed in second chances, in the power of a sincere apology to mend what was broken. And perhaps in some cases it does. But I learned the hard way that some words once spoken cannot be unsaid. Some actions once taken cannot be undone. The scars we leave on others, even unintentionally, are not so easily erased. I learned this through my own experience, one that still lingers in my heart like an unfinished melody. I once had a dear childhood friend, someone who believed in me even when I struggled to believe in myself. We shared laughter, dreams, and endless late-night conversations about everything and nothing. He was the kind of friend who felt like family. But one day at school, someone mocked him, sneering that he was the son of a thief, that his father was in jail. The truth was far different. His father had abandoned him when he was just a baby, and his mother had raised him in a home filled with love. He had never even laid eyes on the man people judged him for. That afternoon, caught up in the moment, I made a terrible mistake. I turned it into a joke. Carelessly, I said something cruel, something I didn't even mean. A judge's son becomes a judge. A mouse's son knows how to burrow. A throwaway remark, thoughtless. And in that instant, I saw the light in his eyes flicker, as if something inside him had cracked. I thought an apology would fix it. I thought words could erase other words. But some wounds don't heal so easily. Though he forgave me, something between us had changed, like a fractured mirror that no amount of glue could make whole again. Slowly, the closeness faded, the distance grew, and in time, we became nothing more than strangers with a shared past. I spent years replying to that moment, wishing I had held my tongue, wishing I had been wiser, softer. But regret is a cruel companion. It offers no solutions, only endless reminders of what could have been. It was then that I understood. There is no what if. There is only what was, and what we do with it moving forward. There are moments when I wonder, if life could rewind like a film reel, if choices could be undone, if time would grant second chances, what if my father had stayed? What if he had never left and our family had remained whole? I wouldn't have moved to another city to be near him later. I would have stayed in my hometown, lived an entirely different life, met new people, and perhaps never crossed paths with some who have now become a part of my story. Would I be happier? Would I feel more at home in a life that never fractured? And what if my childhood best friend had never turned away from me? If my careless words had never cut him, would we still share our thoughts, our dreams? Would he still be the one I could talk to on sleepless nights instead of speaking into silence with no one there to answer? But life does not grant us time machines. There is no way to roll back the years, no way to retrace steps already taken. What's done is done, etched into the past, unchangeable. And so, all I am left with are the echoes of what-ifs and the lessons they leave behind. Life does not offer do-overs. We do not wake up to find that our mistakes were just a bad dream. The people we hurt, the bridges we burn, the opportunities we let slip away, they are real, and their consequences shape our path. But if there is no way to rewrite the past, then perhaps the only thing we can do is learn. To carry out our mistakes not as burdens, but as lessons. To let regret not chain us to yesterday, but guide us toward a better tomorrow. The absence of second chances does not mean we are doomed to live in our mistakes forever. It means we must walk forward with more care, more awareness. It means we must choose our words with kindness, our actions with thoughtfulness. It means we must love people as if it is the last time we see them, because one day it will be. So if you are standing at a crossroads, if you are about to say something in anger, if you are hesitating to tell someone how much they mean to you, pause. Because once that moment passes, it does not return. Because there is no if in life, only now. And now is all we ever truly have. Thank you for watching. Take good care of yourself. See you next time.